Anioma kwenu, kwezionu. Afambo Regina Daniels ndi amaka logo. Achomiko kubasale ndi Anioma. Anioma is indeed an endowed culture. It possesses the classical characteristics of oneness, a shared history, robust culture, language, tradition, and features that set us apart from other local governments in Delta states, yet uniquely connect us to the southeastern states. As a true daughter of Anioma, I am immensely proud of the recently sponsored bill for the creation of Anioma states by my beloved husband and our distinguished Senator Ned Munir Nwoko. I believe the passage of this bill will heed the clarion call for the creation of the 6 states in the Southeast, addressing a long-standing injustice. Anioma is the most viable state with a very huge landmass. Anioma is blessed with all the natural resources to flourish and strive as a state. It goes without saying that the creation of Anioma State will promote fair distribution of our natural resources and enhance our legislative representative for our people. I humbly appeal to all stakeholders, the Anioma Traditional Rulers Council, the socio-cultural groups, the Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, the Anioma residents to set aside differences and unite in this cause. This is a historic opportunity to bring equity, peace, and justice to our people. Daalụ nu shinne. Ndị Anioma ekene mu nu ọzọ. Daalụ nu.
In as much as we may all say that Regina Daniel is saying all this is because of her husband, but I love what is happening because it's creating a lot of awareness. When the news about the Anioma state creation broke out on the internet, so many persons were like, these people do not belong to the Igbos. These people are not Igbos. Why are you trying to drag them to the southeast? But over time, we have seen that the creation of Anioma state is going to serve the Igbo state a better purpose than any other creation in the Igbo state. I mean, the awareness, the enthusiasm that has greeted the creation of Anioma state is so heavy, and I'm so happy with what is happening. I am glad that the people are speaking in one voice. I am glad that the Anioma people, of course, a lot of persons have said that they did not identify with the Igbo, but they are coming out fully to back the state creation. It shows that they are not doing this thing for their own personal gain. They are doing this thing because they want to come back home. And of course, they must come back home because the injustice that was done to the Igbo land must be corrected. The military head of state, they did a lot of injustice against the Igbos during the war. They balkanized the Igbo state in order to weaken them, in order to subdue them, in order to rule them. What they did was divide and rule, and this happened during the war because they wanted to conquer the Igbo state. Why? They said they needed Biafra. They said they needed their own freedom because they were not comfortable with the political happening in Nigeria. These people were being marginalized. These people were killed in their numbers in Kano State. And the government did absolutely nothing about it. They went on their own, and the federal government came up against them and slaughtered them in their numbers. The war was fought, and according to them, there was no victor, there was no vanquish. They said they were going to reintegrate the Igbos back into Nigeria. But before that, when Philip Effiong was handing over to the military government, he said something that if what these people protested against, if what had made these people to leave Nigeria is not addressed, that the generations coming on board, they will still protest for their freedom. The federal government promised that they were going to reintegrate them back and they were going to start rebuilding process. But I can tell you that over 60 years later, there has been no form of reintegration, there have been no form of rebuilding. The Igbos currently have been marginalized. Go to the Igbos, there is no single federal government project you are going to see in the Igbo land. The Niger Bridge was more of a political propaganda tool by the President Muhammadu Buhari administration. Despite balkanizing the Igbo state, despite stealing communities from the Igbo state and giving it to the South state, yet they want the Igbos to keep remaining silent. But then the people currently now, they are speaking up. The Anioma people, They have been agitating for their state creation for a very long time. You have people like the Chief Dennis Osadebe, you have people like Nnamdi Azikiwe. They've been clamoring for this state creation for a very long time, and it seems that it's gaining momentum. God bless Ned Nwoko, who is sponsoring that bill on the floor of the National Assembly. Of course, we know that some other member of the National Assembly from the Igbo state, they are planning to create other states like the Olu state, the Adada state, and the Etiti state. But so far, so good. The wider support that the creation of Anioma state has received is overwhelming. It is overwhelming because the Anioma state offer a better, more opportunity to the Igbo people than any other state creation. This is equally using this medium to pass a note of message to the National Assembly members in Igbo state that are trying to create Adada, Etiti, and Olu state. They should desist from that agenda. That agenda is not serving the interest of Igbo. They should stop it and support Ned Nwoko in a bid to create Anioma state. Anioma state has been an age-long creation state. Creating Anioma state will help to solve the issue of stolen identities in the Igbo land. Igbo land is already balkanized. Of course, you've heard them say that Igbo is a dot nation. The reason why they call Igbo a dot nation is because they stole lands belonging to the Igbos and they gave it to the South people. They did that deliberately to weaken the Igbo state. Creating an Anioma state will add to the territorial integrity of the Igbo state. It will help to expand the Igbo state ahead of Olu, Etiti, and Adada states. At this point, we don't need any form of distraction. We don't need any form of propaganda. We need all hands to be on deck. Everyone should be supporting Ned Nwoko as he's gaining greater support. I saw a video clip from the UK where the Anioma people, they were celebrating the Igbo festival in faraway UK. I also saw a letter that was posted by Ned Nwoko from the people of the Anioma people in Ghana. They were throwing their support on him and they were telling him that they are really supporting the creation of this Anioma state and they are looking forward to coming back home. These are people whose identity was stolen. These are people that the federal government separated from their ancestral home. They want to be back to the Igbo land. Of course, it has been said that creating an Anioma state will add to the state in the Igbo state to make it 6 states, and that is the best solution currently now on the table of the Igbo people. By the time an Anioma state is created, then we can now look towards going into other parts of the South like the rivers, the Edo, and every other part that the Igbo community were stolen, to recover those stolen community back to the Igbos. Because the only way that justice can be served in Nigeria, the only way to assuage the pain and the ghost of those that were killed during the Nigerian Biafra war, is to ensure that the marginalization in Igbo land stop, is to ensure that all the territories, all the lands that were stolen from Igbo state are given back to them. Because I don't see any reason why you have the people of Obibo who are purely Igbo people. They believe in Igbo, but they are in River State. I don't see any reason why you have people like the Eche people in River State. These people should be in the Igbo state. I don't see any reason why you have people like the Ubima in River State. They should be in Igbo state. There is no how you want to progress as a nation, but you keep dividing and ruling your people. It will not lead to progress. This is what has stagnated the progress of these people. When you change the identity of the people, you use propaganda to divide the people, you change the history of the people. To date, some persons are speaking Igbo, they bear Igbo name, but they will tell you they are not from Igbo. Why? Stolen identity. That must be put to an end. It must come to an end. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.